I think this is the perfect time for more and more people to make that call, to tap into their authentic self. And instead of focusing on the pain and the suffering that you're experiencing, or the distress, or the hopelessness, the fear, turn inwards. You don't have to say it out loud. You can just sit quietly and focus on your breath and make the call. Hi, and welcome back. It is August the 25th, 2025. It's about 8:30 in the morning here in Kamloops. We had a really hot day yesterday. It was about 40 degrees, and today it's going to be probably just as hot. So I thought, do you hear that? Crickets in the distance, and the birds just waking up. The wind is starting to blow a little bit, and the sun is so intense already. It's just so lovely out here. This is the location where I spread the ashes of my old girl earlier this year, because this was a favorite place for her to come and to run. So every now and again, when the cows are not here, and that's what I had to check today, make sure no cows were out and about, because Gus's favorite thing to do is to roll in cow shit. And farmers, rightfully so, don't want your dogs running around their farm animals. Oh, look at our crow, right on cue. Nice. So I thought I would bring us out here. They're already panting away. Because I keep coming back to my experiences last year and my call that was answered, and then in turn me answering the call. And that unspoken connection that has been my saving grace my whole life, but more prominently now because I don't have all these other distractions pulling on me, pulling on my energy and my attention. And I feel it stronger than ever. And the best way to describe the purity of that feeling is the stereotypical notion of an angel. And for me, I think like so many people who have removed things out of their life and have become more connected, you recognize that the shapes and forms and the images that you see in connection with an energy is your projection to help you to relate to the energetic experience that you're having. That doesn't mean that that energy is that form. It's how you interpret your experience. For me, an angelic energy is one that is fiercely protective, is quick to respond, very clear. The engagement, the energy engagement that you have is you can't misinterpret it. There is no misinterpreting that energy. And when you call for support and assistance from that form of energy, an angelic energy, your intention, once again, has to match what you're asking for. It has to be that pure request, pure, vulnerable, authentic, if that's what you're hoping to receive. And instead I had a total epiphany that I don't need to raise or do anything different. I don't need to do or be anything different than I am. It's about authenticity, being vulnerable, asking for help from the right sources. And by right, we need to be looking to a source that actually can provide what we're looking for. As I think of it like that, so last year, as I had described in my earlier videos, my experiences, what I was going through, was so dense and felt so destructive. And I had no energy left to fight. It felt like a constant battle, like constantly, just even to exist. It was so challenging. Everything around me felt like it was just caving in and collapsing. And there was nowhere to go. You couldn't get away from it because you're carrying it with you. And even at that time, I recognized that I needed to match the energy that I was requesting. But that's a real big ask when you are feeling so low and you need help and support. And as in my experience as being a woman, we're taught to not ask for help, that you need to demonstrate your independence and your strength and your ability to do everything and be everything and accomplish everything in order to prove that, you're as good as a man. And then you are met in the spiritual community, well, maybe the unevolved spiritual community, the false spiritual community. I'm an air quote person, I just noticed. Anyway, the false spiritual community, the one that is just like it's a subset of a patriarchal mindset. It's a subset. It's just another form. So if you think you're breaking free from an organizational structure, a patriarchal system, a capitalistic mentality, all of these things. And then you turn to spirituality and you think that, you know, okay, this is so much different. I feel so much better. They get me, they understand me. But at the same time, if you haven't really looked at yourself and healed these things, you won't notice there's so many similar patterns. So you have to be very careful when you are choosing that path, because it's going to maintain that energy level that you were trying to escape. And once again, going inward to know yourself and your needs and your wants, and being really honest and taking accountability of what you're contributing to the thing you're trying to escape, so that you stop contributing that. So you stop being that energy, or taking on that role, or wearing that mask. Really being honest with yourself before you jump into the next thing, thinking that, you know, looking for some relief, looking to escape, to find your way out. So last year, when I was struggling and I was like, okay, so how am I supposed to get my energy to where I need to be? And I was like, okay, thinking that I needed to raise my vibration to be the vibration that I wanted to be. A source that can give us what we are looking for, as opposed to asking for something from the place that we've been hurt, hoping that they will change, or that the environment will become the thing where we can be ourselves. So when we authentically ask for help from a source that is also pure and authentic, it's a match. You don't have to become something. You have to let go of things. And it's often the self-talk, the negative self-talk, or the external environment that is telling you how to think, feel, behave, believe, see, do. And once you let that go, let all of that superficial stuff go, and you speak from your soul, from your heart, from a place that isn't conforming and complying to an environment. It is retrieving from within. Your call will be answered. And mine has been so many times. And there's been so many times where I haven't even given it the recognition it deserves. I acknowledge it and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Take a photo. Oh, that's great. Thank you. That's awesome. But really sitting in gratitude and appreciating what has happened and how our pleas have been heard and are being met with divine support and guidance. And really taking that in, instead of just moving forward and pushing through and on to the next thing and feeling like, oh, still not supported. You know, nothing ever goes my way. That's all in how you look at it. And your whole world will be defined by that until you stop. Until you recognize your divinity, your angelic energy, and that we are surrounded. We cannot exist without this interaction and engagement with our energetic environment, because we are energy. There's just no way, just because, once again, you're projecting a reality that where that doesn't exist doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means that you're refusing to see it. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why are you making your life harder? Why are you not asking for help from a really soul-centered place? Why do you think you don't deserve help? And why do you think that you are all alone instead of all one? Those are big questions, but you're not going to get where you're hoping to be in a place of contentment and peace until you start to disentangle yourself from the webs that are keeping you stuck. If you look at my intro, there's a cloud sweeping down, and for me it looks like an angel sweeping in. And that's when I was up here and in communication, as I always am, with a higher source, that authentic and pure presence that manifests itself as we are able to receive it, projecting our understanding so that we can take it in fully. And I bet you, well, and I bet that if you were to look through some of your old photos, if you take photos, and if not, you should start. If you need any kind of reassurance or confirmation, validation, things like that, that's a very simple way to have confirmation that you are connecting, because there are images and everything around you. It's just so many people are afraid to see. They don't know what they would do if they saw or if they experienced, instead of just being curious and open and excited and grateful. Because that's an energy of itself. Fear is its own, and curiosity is another, and gratitude is its own too. Okay, so try just being in gratitude. Focus on just that. Give yourself a window of time that you do it within, and you just, everything you notice, you find something to be grateful for. And just feel the feelings. And then if you return to sadness or anger or frustration or whatever, feel those feelings. They're there for a reason. They're telling you something. So pay attention so you can move through it. They're never not going to be there. Otherwise, clinically, you would be diagnosed a psychopath. And I don't think anyone is looking for that. Okay, I have to give the dog. I think this is the perfect time for more and more people to make that call, to tap into their authentic self. And instead of focusing on the pain and the suffering that you're experiencing, or the distress, or the hopelessness, the fear, turn inwards. You don't have to say it out loud. You can just sit quietly and focus on your breath and make the call. I am ready to receive divine support and guidance. I call in my angels, my ancestors, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, my highest self, source, God. Whatever you project as that interpreter with the energy that is trying to reach you. It is you. And once you make that authentic connection, it can't stop flowing. Relief is within you. Believe that. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time, stay safe and stay connected, and we'll see you really soon. Bye.